Time is the one thing in life that we can never control, but it's also the most powerful tool we possess. It's easy to get lost in the hustle of life, to think we have time for everything, but in reality, every second that passes is a second we will never get back. I've learned this lesson the hard way, especially as I've walked my path in the entertainment industry. In this world, everything moves at a fast pace. Opportunities come and go, and sometimes you don't realize how quickly they can slip away until you look back. That's when you understand the true value of time. Growing up, I always knew I wanted to be a part of the entertainment industry, but I didn't realize how much of a race it would be. Every day counts, every opportunity counts. The time I spent learning to dance, perfecting my craft, working on my acting, and simply being present in the moment, those were the things that shaped me. But just as important were the moments I lost, the chances I missed, or the time I spent in self-doubt. We all know that time waits for no one. But it's only when we are faced with challenges, when we are pushed to the limit, that we realize how precious it is. Time doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care how old you are, what your background is, or where you come from. It's a resource that is equally available to everyone, but it's how we use it that defines us. Some people spend their time chasing their dreams. Others waste it away without thinking about the future. I have seen both sides. I've seen people work tirelessly, stay focused on their goals, and build an empire from the ground up. I've also seen others get stuck, waiting for the perfect moment, only to find that time has passed them by. When I look back at my journey, I realize just how much I've learned about the importance of time. Every audition, every performance, every moment I spent on stage, those are the moments that built me. But there were also times when I was discouraged, when I felt like giving up. And that's when I learned that time doesn't give you second chances. The more you hesitate, the more you waste precious time. Success doesn't wait for anyone. You have to grab it when it comes, and that means you have to use your time wisely. There was a time when I doubted myself. When I first moved to India, I wasn't sure if I'd make it. I wasn't sure if I had what it took to stand out. The entertainment industry is tough, and there are thousands of people who want to be in the same place. But I realized that the one thing I could control was how I used my time. I focused on improving myself, learning from the best, and honing my craft. I made sure that every moment counted. I learned to value the small steps because I knew they would eventually lead to something bigger. And when the opportunity finally came, I was ready to grab it. The lessons I learned from that experience are things I carry with me every day. Time is what you make of it, and if you don't make the most of it, you'll find that it slips away before you even realize it. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is the importance of balancing time. We often get caught up in the pressure of achieving our dreams that we forget to make time for ourselves. You can work as hard as you want, but if you don't take care of your mental and physical health, you won't be able to keep up the pace for long. There was a time when I pushed myself so hard, thinking that hard work was the only thing that mattered. I would work late into the night, practice nonstop, and forget to take care of my well-being. It was exhausting, and I realized that without balance, time becomes a burden rather than a blessing. So I had to learn to make time for rest, for self-care, for my loved ones. Time is valuable, but it's equally important to give yourself the time to recharge and heal. The pressure of time can also create anxiety. We all feel it, especially when we're trying to meet deadlines or live up to expectations. But the key is not to let time control you. Instead, take charge of your time. Break down your goals into manageable steps and create a timeline that works for you. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that you don't have to rush. Success doesn't happen overnight, and you shouldn't feel like you're running out of time. There's always room to grow, always an opportunity to learn more. It's okay to take your time as long as you're moving forward. The fear of time running out can be overwhelming, but in the end, it's about how we use the time we have. Another thing I've realized is how time connects us all. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We may come from different places, have different challenges, but in the end, we all get to decide what we do with that time. I often think about how many people I've met along my journey who have inspired me, whether it was through their work ethic, their creativity, or their resilience. We all share this precious resource, and it's a reminder that we are all in this together. Time doesn't favor the rich or the famous. It's the choices we make that set us apart. And then there's the aspect of time in relationships. Time is what allows us to build connections, to nurture friendships, and to create memories. I'm sure many of us have heard the saying, time is money. But I would argue that time is more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. Once a moment is gone, it's gone forever. And that's why it's so important to spend time with the people you care about. In this world of constant hustle and demands, it's easy to forget that the people around us are the ones who matter most. Time with family, friends, and loved ones is the most precious gift we can give and receive. And when you look back on your life, it's not the achievements or the material things that you'll remember most, it's the moments you spent with the people you love. When I think about the value of time, I also think about how it shapes our future. Every choice we make, every moment we live, impacts the life we will lead tomorrow. If we waste our time today, we may find ourselves regretting it tomorrow. But if we use our time wisely, we can create a future full of purpose and fulfillment. Time is an investment. The moments we spend now are the foundation for what we will build in the future. As I stand here today, looking back at my own journey, I realize how much I owe to the time I've spent. Every step, every failure, every victory, it's all a part of the bigger picture. And I know that the future holds even more lessons, more growth, and more opportunities. But I won't take time for granted. I will continue to use it wisely to learn, to grow, and to be present in every moment. Time is a gift, and it's up to us how we use it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back. The time is now. Take control of your time, use it to your advantage, and make the most of every moment. Because at the end of the day, when you look back, the one thing you'll remember is how you spent your time, and you'll be proud of the choices you made.